Today we're going to be finding out, well, the proposition that they're going to be arguing about is full stop. That's not for some things but not others. That's shoe and judge who's sitting amongst the audience now. Band. For or is Indie. Yeah, that is exactly the situation. Speaking against it is Sass from Birmingham. Yeah, that is exactly the situation. And he's going to be saying, so Indie, come on up and animal testing should be banned.
Even though you may be considered that animal testing shouldn't be conducted, because how would you feel if, because if we can't test on animals, who are we to? Animal testing should be, because if we don't develop these cures, then if we can't test on humans are going to die, and animal testing, cosmetic purposes, is for people who are self-obsessed. And even though it may be animals, and I think pharmaceutical uses for medicines are completely a good reason to use animals.
Okay, Indie, thank you very much. Indie. Indie. Come on up and join us.
All right. Embryonic stem cells, MRI. These animals have a brain, they have feelings just like us, so I think it's wrong that we test on animals.
Let's have some hands in the air. Oh, winning of a round of applause. There's clearly some feelings about this in the room. Come, stand up and come.
I'm fully against.
Okay, thank you. Other thoughts?
Vegetarians.
The lady behind.
I think there's a difference between humanely killing an animal and torturing it.
Okay.
You're saying that the animals are just full on tortured and they go through a living hell, but for the large majority of the time they are just full on tortured and they go through a living hell, but for the large majority of the time they are full on tortured and they go.
Indie, do you want to come?
I'd like to accentuate the point the lady made over there. That
I do not associate with
millions of animals die every month just for our own gain. So tax priority.
I'd like to reply to a few points. First of all, point saying that we should test on people on death row rather than animals. That is a controversial point, and people probably at first think that's crazy. In a sense, I agree, because I think animals have done nothing wrong. They're innocent, and they still have lives, they still have feelings, they're still sentient beings like us. And I don't eat animals, so.
We've got a gentleman here.
Just because animals can't communicate with us, if they could and they could tell us how they felt about this view, would that change the way we feel? Like, for example, humans, since we can communicate.
Okay, thank you. Well, this lady here.
I think animal testing is wrong, and I don't know.
Someone got the microphone round here, this lady here.
How could you compare animals and humans? Animals don't even have anything, whereas humans do, so they should have rights over us.
Okay. Okay, let's come back to Indie and Sass. Any of those kind of sway you?
Well, in the eyes of the law, animal testing is accepted. This is further backed up by some research I did earlier, and I completely agree that animals they don't have a right. They're not necessarily on the same level as us, because they don't have a moral compass and don't have a moral code. What do you think of that, Sammy?
Well, thing is, Indy, your point about the law, yeah, and people are probably going to be shocked that I make this comparison, but was slavery not once legal? There are many things that are legal, but just because it's legal doesn't mean it's right. And no, we're not the same. We're not on the same level as animals. But just because they're different to us, does that mean we should mutilate their bodies and kill them?
Let's take this gentleman first and then this lady.
Why can't we just inject our own selves? Is it because we're scared we're going to die? Why can't we do it on animals? No, why can't we do it on animals?
Okay, thank you very much. Yep, gentleman at the back there. You've got the microphone?
Testes.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. We as humans are animals, you know. That is our scientific designation. We are animals. And if we can't communicate with them, surely that makes us stupid.
Right, okay. There are some more people who want to come in, so a final comment from the floor before we do our final summation.
Whoopie scoop, scoop dee whoop, whoop dee scoop dee poop.
Come on up.
My view is not relevant in this whole debate. I would like you audience to raise your hands if you agree with animal testing yourselves. Could we do that?
Yep, hands up if you agree with animal testing.
So you guys, referencing back to the survey I looked at earlier, so that's something that I think that should be implemented everywhere.
Okay, thank you very much. What's your final argument?
I think I'm just going to quickly reply to a few points.
Yeah.
In embryonic stem cell research, we're really close to getting results that will allow us to have embryonic stem cells instead of animal testing. I think we need to be the voice for the voiceless. We need to find some alternative. We need to almost evolve in our consciousness so we can cure diseases like cancer and many other killers. So.
Right, thank you both very much indeed. Thank you. Give us your judgment on who swayed you, Indie or Sass. So, who has won?
Do I really have to?
Yes.
Team Birmingham was stronger, so I'm going to award this again to Team Birmingham, so well done.